We're here, working on consistency like we're always doing, we're looking at the stars, we're seeing all the fucking beautiful things, man, that life has to give us. It's amazing, it's amazing. The amount of abundance that we share on an everyday basis, the amount of miracles that we see, even when it comes to the small things. And you really gotta be aware to see it. You gotta be aware to see it, man. You gotta just be present. Being present is beautiful. Being present is really beautiful, man. It's really beautiful. You know, I just realized, that importantly, what the most we can do is to be intentional and to be consistent with our lives. You know, um, every single day, every single day, we're living this life. We're living this life. Everything's beautiful and everything. And sometimes, you realize that, life starts to get beautiful when you don't need anything. When you don't need anything, when life just as is, you know what I mean? And all honesty, you know, I think some of us been through situations and been through things in life where, like we get burnt out or, whatever the case may be, a lot of us in survival mode. Everything's just a game at this point, and it's all about how you play it. It's all about the intent behind your life. Just like how you have intent into playing a video game and have intent as the character that you want to create in the video game. It's just like that. You have to have intent as to who you want to be in this life. If you're walking around here and you're not intentional, you're just going around aimlessly, you're having a blast and everything else, like, we don't really know what the fuck we really want to do in our lives and everything else, and that's a bad place to be in. It works until it doesn't. It works until your back is against the wall, and then you don't really have anything. You didn't plan anything. You didn't plan shit. Not a damn thing. We get into these that's how drama in our life, and all these chaotic things start happening because we're not really intentional in our lives. you know um I had a few times. I had a lot of times actually where people have asked me, whether it was like a relationship or whether it was like a friendship or all these things. Like they always ask me, what's my intentions? Like what is my intent? What is my purpose in life? And I'll usually sometimes get mad about that. I get mad about it I get pretty pissed, and like because like I didn't know, and it was like the ego. It was like, like what you talking about? What do you mean? But coming to think about it, and like it's like, yeah, what is my intentions? What is our intentions? What do we, like, who do we want to be? What's the type of character that we want to play as? Like we're all, we're all in our own universes, doing our own thing and all that other stuff. And it's like, overall, you need to have a long-term plan. And and I'm not saying that like, I'm not saying that we're gonna be here forever, because I'll be lying if I told you that. I'll be lying. Yeah, I'll be lying if I told you that. We're not gonna be here forever. I think that's the only thing that's promised, is that we are not gonna be here forever. That's the only thing that's promised. Like, it's not promised that we're going to keep these friendships forever. It's not promised that we're going to keep these relationships forever. It's not promised that we're going to keep this, like, keep the house that we're living in and everything else. Like, none of this stuff is promised. Like, that one thing, that's the only thing that's promised. And that enlightened realization, you start to think about the type of life that you solely want to live, because it is your life. And you want to live a life that you're proud of. You don't want to live a life where, you're doing all the fuckeries and, you're just partying and everything else. No, like, you're in that frequency where you want to build something. You're in that frequency where you want to build something, and, like, wholeheartedly, I don't think you can fail. I don't think you can fail when you're in that frequency of, I solely want to do something. And when you don't do something, like, like, there's a sickness in you when you don't do something. It doesn't matter what it is. Like if I don't go to the fucking gym, like, I don't feel right. Like, it's just like, nah, bro. Like, nah, I gotta go. I gotta fucking work on these art pieces. I gotta fucking, like, I gotta fucking, I gotta do something. I gotta try something. I gotta do something. No, I have to. I gotta be productive. I have to. We all have to, in order for us to live the life that we truly want to live, filled with this life force energy. Just, like, just filled with this energy, just so bright, and we shining so bright, man. We shining so bright, like, we don't need anything, we don't want, like, we know, like, we got everything, like, right here, bro. We got everything here, man. We got everything right here, man. And everything's so beautiful, everything's so nice, everything's so crisp. Like, everything's so beautiful, man. Everything's so beautiful when it comes to the stars just shining bright in the sky, if that is the sky. Like Truman Show, just screen crack. There's a whole fucking light, and just a whole fucking, like, studio light just falls out. No, but I'm serious. Like, I mean it. Like, like, we have all this fucking great things in the present moment. And yeah, like, and bro, like, like, there's no, I'll tell you this, because I know there's times that we feel separate in this shit, but, like, there's no separateness when it comes to these things, because, like, we all deal with these things. We all deal with it. When you sit down and that, and like, I think this is the reason why I smoke weed, in it, because, like, bro, like, like, but I say this, man. Because like we all get into these states because we all have it. We all have it. We all have it. Every single fucking human being has it. Every single human being has it. The person that you're holding the grudge with, the person that you truly are fucking in love with, and the person that you're scared of the most, and all that other bullshit. Like all of it. Like we all have these things. Like we all have the bullshit internal dialogue. We all have the doubt. We all have like we all have these stories in our heads. Like, we all have internal experiences. The suffering, the fucking, like we all have these things, ain't nobody in this motherfucking world that don't have it. But there's us. Hear me out now. There's us that go beyond that. We go beyond the fear. We go beyond all that shit. We don't need the outside validation. We don't need it. 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 A lot of the things like social media and everything else, it just feeds back. It just feeds back to us that we need it. We don't need it. We don't need it, man. We don't need it. And yeah, it takes consistency. It takes a lot of consistency to really just be like, you know what, dog? Like I really don't need this shit. I don't need the validation and shit. Like fuck them, Like fuck them. You know what I mean? Fuck all of them. Fuck all of them in a tube sock, like fuck them, you know what I'm saying? I mean it, you know what I'm saying? Truly, wholeheartedly, like a lot of these things we don't need. A lot of these things we don't need, man. Like, because we have all of it within us. Because when you're just chasing a feeling at that point. Chasing feelings. That's all we're doing is trying to chase stimulus. We think that something out there is gonna make us feel a certain way. For years, and maybe I'm starting to get out of it. Thank God. Before I continue, I just want to just thank God for everything. That's all I ever want to fucking do. Is thank God for just allowing me to just be here after everything, I've been through, after all the shit I've experienced, all the shit I've seen, and all the possibilities that could have happened. But I'm here, and like I'm experiencing this great beautiful experience. I'm experiencing this great lovely life. I'm experiencing all the abundance and everything else, despite all this stuff, like, because like I'm not perfect, and and I never will be, but and we never will be perfect. We think, like we just never will be. Never will be perfect. So just thanking God for just this present moment, for just allowing you to just be here in the current state that you're in, regardless if it's good or bad. Just to be present, just sit there and just acknowledge and just be able to just be in the presence of God, or be presenced by a force higher than yourself that will always work for you, always work for you, that will always work for you. Regardless of whatever experience you have, it will always be for you. It will always be for you. Maybe you have to look in hindsight in order to see that. Whenever I look in hindsight, like I get emotional, like I really do, and sometimes I just thank God, man. I thank God for the love that I got to experience, for the love I still get to experience. I'm still thankful that, like I still have some good people around me. I'm grateful that I get to see my family still. I get to interact with them. Like I have a way more closer relationship to my family. Like I have a way more closer relationship to all these things, man. It's like, wow, man. And you have to look back in hindsight, and it's like, you know, like the bad stuff that happened, good stuff came out of it in all of our lives. You know, like any of the bad shit, you know, whatever the case may be. If you're still here, if you experience some bad shit, but you're still here, and yeah, you know, we still think about, oh man, I can't believe that. We still wish that things went a certain way, right? You know, our ego still gets fucked up. Oh man, I can't believe it. You know, we still have these arguments in our heads and shit, and you know, we sometimes, you know, we still be there. But if you're living, if you're in this present moment, experiencing this peace right now, experiencing this quietness, if you're here, you know, just safe and sound. If you're here just existing still, and all these bad experiences happen and everything else, and you're still here, and you're still able to see the light within the world, I think you kind of answer your question right there on the type of character you are. And that's confirmation. There's my cat. Hold on, though. Anyway, guys, man, this was one of those ones. But you know, like I think the main point is just to just keep on, you know, keep on enjoying life, man. Keep on enjoying life to the best of your ability. And I know sometimes that's kind of hard. I know sometimes like that can sound like pretty, because like spend time with yourself. Spend time with yourself. Like really spend time with yourself. It's only when you spend time with yourself, when you're in that solitude, and yeah, I know it's hard, but it's in those moments where you get to really find out the type of life that you really want, and you feel it. You'll always feel that tingle and that burning about the type of life that you want. Whenever you think about that good life that you want, you get that burning feeling inside. Keep on going for it, man. Keep on going for it. Keep on going for it, queen. You know? Keep on going for it, miss. Ma'am. You know what I mean? Keep on going for it. Keep on going for it, man. No, don't let this world stop, because regardless of the fact, this world is always going to stop you from living your dream. I think that's never ending. So it's always going to try to find a way, whether it's subtle, whether it's whatever. So it's going to always try to find a way. It's probably going to use the people around you and everything else. It's not the people. It's not the people's fault. The people around you and everything else, man. The universe loves you. The universe loves you. You know? It's just always working for you. It's just always working for you. It's always working for you. It's always working for you. Because you gotta grow somehow. And I heard one thing. I told you about this dude. His name is Greg Flitt. Greg Flitt. It's not Greg Pitt. Greg Flitt. But I was talking about how when it came to he said you have to be comfortable with the idea of losing things. I'm paraphrasing, but you have to be comfortable with the idea of losing things. You have to be comfortable with the idea of losing things. You know, like a lot of times when you lose something, better shit comes from it. Maybe. you know. But when you're in your own energy, when you're in that sovereignty energy and everything else, nothing can really take you down, man. But it's all about being sovereign. And yeah, you know, you need the resources, you know, like, yeah, you know, you do need you need the financial income. You need the financial income, not just to just boast around and everything else, but just to live free. That's the main objective, just to live free. You can't live free if you don't have the finances. If you don't have the finances to, you know, like, have more options. You know, like, the discipline. The discipline brings freedom. You need discipline. You need discipline, you know, like, good, always be kind to people. You don't need anything. You don't need anything here. You don't need anything. You don't need anything. That fucking light within you, that light within you, that spark within you will give you everything that you ever fucking want. Everything that you ever want. You just have to believe it within yourself. You have to give up all the validation. You have to give up all the things that, oh man, if I don't get this amount of likes, man, oh my, why, oh my, people haven't said anything to me. You have to let it all go. You have to let it all go, man. No, this is your reality. This is your dream. This is your movie. You know? Do with it as you will. Like I said, you know, I thank God for just allowing me to just be here, allow me to just exist. And a lot of times you don't need other people to validate your existence. You know, that's the biggest lesson to crack. You don't need anything to exist. You don't need anything to exist. The ego might, oh my God, But you know, like, you know, I'm talking about the soul. You know, you don't need anything. And yeah, I know, like, you know, it's easier to say that now when things is going right, and you know, when shit hits the fan, and, oh my God, you know, you doing all that. Cause believe me, bro, like, you know, because like guilty as charged, like guilty. You're like, I can't, make it stop. You were scared, man. That's what the soul does to you every time. every time that you feel like attaching to something, every time you feel fearful of something, everything else, that's what the soul does to you. Just imagine that. Remember that scene from 8 Mile when when the cops was chasing them and everything else, and then like they turned into that corner, and then the cops like went past them, and like everybody started laughing in the car, and then they was like, you were scared, now you were scared, I might put that in the video, but wait, what is that? 24? Okay, I'm gonna put that in the video. But that's what the soul's doing to you. The soul's never scared. The soul always wants to experience more shit. You see the most brightest souls in kids, because a kid always want to fucking do shit. A kid always want to go here. Kids always want to go there. They do that shit everywhere. They do that shit in the middle of a fucking store. They're running around zooming. They do that in a crowded restaurant. ducking in front of waiters and everything. But that's full of fucking life force energy, man. That's life. That's fucking life. I'm not telling you to fucking, be in a restaurant and fucking start doing cartwheels and then. I mean, I don't know if I'm telling you that, man. If your soul desires it, I mean, try it out. But it's all about finding that energy within you. It's all about finding that. Find that love and compassion for life, and you'll find that for everything else. Fuck it. I'm off this thing. Peace.